In the southern tier tonight, trying to solve the mystery surrounding two sets of human remains recently uncovered in Chautauqua County. Today, police back searching the area where those remains were found along a trail off Woolben Road in the town of Portland. What we still don't know tonight is if these remains could belong to one of three women missing from the southern tier. They include Patricia Lammerhurt, who vanished from her home in Westfield in 1976. She is still considered missing 45 years later. The second case involves Lori Bova. She was last seen in a public restaurant in Lakewood in 1997. Her husband said she disappeared after an argument. And the third involves Corey Anderson, who was last seen 13 years ago. She left her job in Jamestown in October of 2008. Her vehicle was found about 10 miles away in Bust-Eye, but she has yet to be found. We spoke with Corey's mother last week.
There's been so many times that something's come up and you think maybe this is it, and it has proven not to be. So, you know, it's kind of, all of that came back and you think, is this the time?
Well, our reporter Hannah Buehler spent the day in Chautauqua County, brings us the very latest tonight on this investigation.
Flowers mark the spot where human remains were found in a shallow grave in Chautauqua County.
One set of remains was in a shallow grave, what I would call a shallow grave, perhaps 6 inches under the ground. The other set, the newer set of remains, were left on top of the ground.
Last week, a hiker on the Chautauqua Rails to Trails path in Portland was searching for her lost keys when police say she stumbled upon a skull. During a grid search close by, police found another set of human remains.
It is very strange, and you know, there's a lot of speculations out there, but we don't want to speculate.
Monday, members of the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office and New York State Police were back out at the scene on Woolben Road, searching for more evidence. Canines canvassing the area. Chautauqua County Sheriff Jim Quattrone tells me one set of remains is likely female and decades old.
Do you suspect foul play here?
We do.
Sheriff Quattrone says the grave was off the trail. He says one looks like it was buried, the other body dumped.
Shallow grave was started to be exposed because of the weather and erosion, and likely that nobody has walked through there.
While police wait for the remains to be identified, detectives are looking specifically at 3 missing women's cases. Patricia Lammerhurt, who disappeared in 1976, Lori Bova, who went missing in 1997, and Corey Anderson, who disappeared in 2008, all from Chautauqua County.
They will be able to tell us the race, the gender, the physical characteristics.
Sheriff Quattrone says while it could take a month to fully identify the remains, it's expected that some information could come back this week. And even though the remains are likely decades old, Quattrone says evidence can still be recovered.
You know, we're going to continue to work hard at this and try to identify the remains and hopefully give some level of comfort to some families.
In Chautauqua County, Hannah Buehler, 7 Eyewitness News.